Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Will at Jim Sauce, and I'm finally bringing to you guys the first episode of the new series that I've been talking about. Remember to smash that like button before we get into anything. It would mean so much to me if you guys could just hit it just really fast. Thank you. So anyways, this is the first episode of, I really don't even know what I want to call it yet. I guess like level 3 to 50 mil or newbie to something like that. Whatever it is, obviously I'll have it in the thumbnail and in the title, and everything will be okay. So before I get into the footage and my game plan and how everything is gonna work, what I need to know from you guys is if you would rather have pre-recorded videos like this, where I record the clip as I'm playing in real life, and then after I get a bunch of clips together, then I throw it into the editor and then I record over it and kind of commentate and let you guys know what I'm doing and why I did it. And that's how I had my new account from scratch when I did the RS3 series. I just need to know if you guys like that, or if you guys like live commentaries where, you know, it's just me and whatever I'm doing, I tell you guys as I'm doing it in real life. So just go ahead and let me know that. It would mean a lot to me just so I can get it figured out. And then for the next episode, I know what to do and what you guys love more. So anyways, obviously when you start off a brand new account, you gotta do Tutorial Island. That is what you have to do. Now, I wish there was like a skip option. I think there's a skip option on RS3. I don't really remember. But just for the nostalgic effect, I don't mind doing it. So I figured I would just throw it in this video just to give you guys just a quick run through, because like I said, I can't assume that everybody is playing or has played recently or is high level or whatever it may be, but that was Tutorial Island. Now, if you guys noticed, I wanted to make sure this was as legit as it could be, so I dropped every single thing that I had, got rid of it all. So I didn't even start with the 25 GP, the bronze axe, nothing, dude. I dropped everything, guys. And if you guys were curious what I was gonna name it, there's the name Mr. Noob Sauce. I was trying to get just Noob Sauce or Newbie Sauce, but that was not available. Those were taken. But honestly, I like Mr. Noob Sauce. It makes me happy. So I hooked the account up with a bond, so for right now I at least have 14 days. That will definitely be needing more. I will definitely hook myself up with more bonds in the future, because like I said, I'm definitely gonna need more time than that to make 50 mil. This is a brand new from scratch account, and my goal is to make 50 mil. And I don't want to like spoil too much, because I have ideas of things that I want to do, and I don't want to tell you guys like where I am at the end of this first episode. But just know that the startup and the grind on a brand new account it takes a while, guys. All right, I'm just gonna be honest with you. So this is good. I'm not saying that this series is gonna be 100 episodes, but I'm just saying, you know, it's gonna take a little bit of time. But I know that once I get into the groove and once I unlock a few different things, I will be smooth sailing and I will be a very happy camper. So my first idea that I had, which is something that a lot of people do, is head over to the Stronghold of Security. Now, I needed to go do that because who doesn't want free money? Now, the only thing you gotta be careful of is the third level that you guys go into, which is like the green one. They have like spiders and like those magical wolf crazy things that just hurt you a lot. So I picked some potatoes. I just figured, why not? Let me just grab some potatoes in case I get hurt, which I did get hit like a 4, but that was really it. It wasn't too bad. And I got kind of wrecked because I had to make an authenticator, which I didn't do in the very beginning, so that just took even longer. But there we go. Easy as that. Stronghold Security, 10k coins. Now, what am I gonna do? For some reason, I always go with woodcutting. It's just, I think that's like the original player in me. Like back in the day, you guys knew, like woodcutting was the thing. Back in the day, for me, this is gonna, I'm throwing it old school. I sound like one of those, grandparents. Back in my day, good money was you would chop logs in lumberage and you would sell it to the general store. Now, that's not what I ended up doing, but around the Grand Exchange, just so happens that there are a bunch of trees around the GE, which makes for very easy access to some quick XP, quick levels. Now, like I said, this series, the goal is to make the money. The goal is the GP, not as much the skills, but it's gonna be kind of cool to see where my account is once I complete the goal. Once I make the 50 mil, what are my stats gonna look like? And that could be interesting, because maybe we could even, add on to that and, do something else, but that's not here or there. So my idea was, all right, let me chop these logs and I'll make some arrow shafts, because I'm looking on RS Wiki, you know, trying to refamiliarize myself with some low-level money-making guides, and it said that making these is about like 130k an hour or something. And then, like, by no means is that a lot of money, but for me just starting, I'm like, okay, cool, I will make some quick cash. This is going to be really nice. We'll get some fletching levels, we'll get some woodcutting levels, everything will be all fine and dandy. But boy, was I wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if I misread it. Keep in mind that I did a lot of this progress last night. Actually, all of this stuff that you guys see, all these clips in this video, I did all last night. And by last night, I mean like 2, 3, 4, up until 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's not like I made an account, ran and did some, you know, little things here and there. All of this stuff took hours and hours to do. I was so upset that they were 1 GP each, and then I go to sell them and my heart just broke, because they just don't. It's not like it didn't waste too much time, but it just would have been better if I just sold the normal logs, which eventually I figured out was my best bet. So I took my happy little butt back over, and I decided to just chop the normal logs for a couple of inventories, just to kind of build on to that cash stack a little bit. Not that it was going to make me a super huge amount, but I knew it was going to give me a little bit of a kickstart, and it was going to allow me to do something that I wanted to do. Now, like I said, I was looking at the list of money-making methods on the RS Wiki. Whether it's good or not, a lot of them are outdated, guys, so if you guys want to check it out, just make sure you test it before you actually do it. A lot of those methods are outdated, but also some of them work as well. So what I did was I picked up 100 air runes and 100 mine runes, and I wanted to go get my magic up. I wanted to get my magic level to 7. At 7, I can enchant sapphire jewelry. And one of the methods that I wanted to try out was enchanting sapphire rings. Now, if you get a cosmic rune and a sapphire, actually, I mean, any sapphire item, but specifically for me, sapphire rings, and you enchant them, it turns them into Ring of Recoils, which the difference in GP was actually decent. Now, like I said, obviously I'm going to condense things in the video for you guys, so it's going to look like, okay, all right, Will, you just kind of, you know, did this a few times, you know, probably took a couple minutes, and you made some money. Oh my God, guys, listen, I'm laughing because it's just funny. All of this stuff, it took a very long time, like, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with taking time on this account. Like, you guys could tell in these past couple videos, you know, I've always enjoyed making videos, but I'm sitting here, I'm giggling right now just because I know how long all of this stuff took. And for what you guys are gonna see, you're probably gonna be like, okay, he didn't really make that much money. But I'm just saying, like I said, this startup, guys, the startup on this account and the startup in these episodes it's gonna be a little slow in the beginning. That's just how it is. That's how it's gonna be. You know, I don't play, you know, 16 hours a day, but I am gonna be putting in a good amount of work. So speed and progress will eventually pick up. But hey, look at that right away. We made 22k. Now that I know that this method works, that's what I stuck with for a while. Now, like I said, this was at like 3 or 4 in the morning, so I was kind of like AFK. I was watching some videos. I was, you know, walking downstairs, grabbing a drink, whatever. But it was making me decent money. And not only that, like I said, wasn't really the main point of it, but I was also getting some experience and some levels as well. So I did that all the way until I made 100k cash stack. Now, I could have continued doing it, although the price margin started to switch at the very end of the night, or I guess early in the morning. And I didn't want to end up, you know, tanking and losing profit. So I decided to switch over to something else. So what I read was crushing desert goat horns and bird's nests they were both pretty good money makers. Now bird's nests are very expensive, so I wouldn't be able to buy a lot at a time. Now this is why I said, guys, when you are going to do a method like this, or if you guys are going to try and do a series like this with me or whatever it might be, you need to check the methods before you do them. Now, if I would have just bought straight up like 100 desert goat horns, or, you know, maybe like 20 bird's nests, I would have been wrecked. Neither of these actually made money. Both of them lost a lot of money, even though on the website it said that they would make about 200K an hour. So make sure you check before you do this stuff, because I was getting real upset. I could not believe my eyes. I was like, wow, okay, I just definitely lost a lot of money on this. But like I said, good thing that I didn't actually go overboard and spend all my money on it. So tanning dragonhide. All right, tanning dragonhide is the way to go. Now, I have not tanned dragonhide in such a welfare manner before. And what I mean by that is I literally, since I don't really have anything, I had to buy a ring of dueling and Varrock teleport tabs and my leather. Now, it got to a point where what I had to do was I would take my leather, I would use the ring of dueling to teleport to Al Kharid, I would go to the tanner there, tan my hides, use a teleport to Varrock, back to the GE, sell them, and rebuy it. Now, unfortunately, during one of these methods, or one of these trips, I bought too many dragonhide, and I didn't have enough GP to actually tan them to make enough money. So I had to sit there and I had to thieve the level 2 man that was outside of the tanner just to try to get a couple extra GP so I could tan a couple extra hides, so I didn't look like as much of a failure when I went back to the Grand Exchange to go get more. The things that I had to do, it was just insane. So blue dragonhide was actually working pretty well, but eventually throughout the night, I realized that green dragon leather was actually a bit better, and I ended up making the switch to that instead. And I did that for a couple trips, not anything too crazy, but just enough to solidify a nice little cash stack, and really enough to make me happy. So this was the final trip of the green dragon leather that I did, and this was the last thing I did for this video. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is just the first episode. Whether you think it's a lot of progress or not, this took hours to do, and I'm gonna have so many more clips and so many more methods in the upcoming videos, and I'm just so excited for this series. So if you guys could, pretty please, remember to leave a like down below. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. If you guys enjoyed, like I said, like it, leave a comment of anything else you would like to see from me. And until the next one, guys, I love you. Peace!